don't give a fuck. I bet y'all probably say, damn, she beat that bitch senseless. I'm gonna beat that bitch ass. I'm gonna beat that bitch up like real bad. I'm gonna beat her up. Boom, 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 boom. Stop beating it into the locker. The bitch was fake, real fake. It probably still is. I don't even think about the bitch. Like, this time I had to put the pause on a crazy tail selves. Hey guys, hey, thank you for tuning in with The Real Mina Millions. This is The Real with Mina and we are back. So guys, today we back with a story time. Sorry I've been kind of like MIA or whatever. I just had a lot going on. It's working, it's storming here in the low country, so we just got a lot going on right now. But I decided to jump on this camera today and bring you guys a what? Like, why would they decide to race their car when I'm recording? Y'all heard that? Could y'all hear that? Ignorant so. But anyways, crazy tales selves. Today we're gonna talk about this time I had to put the pause on a. Thank y'all for tuning in with me, rocking with me, all of that. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you are subscribed, y'all. Please. I want it to be monetized by my daughter's birthday, but her birthday is next week and that's not looking like it's gonna happen, but we will get there and I'm gonna keep pushing and pushing through. So I came here today to say thank you to all who support me and who all show me love and just continue to be here and engage with me and accept me up into this space, because this ain't easy. It ain't to get up here and tell y'all my business. But I like it because it's tea. It's piping hot tea. But anyway, so today, this story time is about fighting my best friend. So guys, listen, I had people was like giving me suggestions of story times like I should talk about or whatever. And one of my friends was like, you should talk about when you had to fight your little school best friend or whatever. And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea, because I don't even think about the bitch, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, whatever. And, you know, although we're growing in life right now and all this stuff like that, whatever, I still see she hasn't changed. You know how, like, you can just go on social media and you see, like, certain people just don't change and they still kind of maneuver the same way? Yeah, that's what's up with her. So today we're going to name this girl Iguana. So I moved to South Carolina. I moved back to South Carolina, and this was like around 2006 or whatever. And I was still in elementary school, all this stuff. So I had met this girl, Iguana. Me and Iguana became real close, and we just, you know, had hit it off, and she just was a cool person to be around. Iguana was very spoiled. She was her parents' last child because they had her like later in life or whatever. And she loved to like have friends over and stuff like that. So I love hanging out with her. My mom didn't mind. Her parents were really nice and stuff like that. So throughout elementary school, like our fifth grade year, we were really close. We got into an argument one time and it was over a boy. So she had really liked this boy. We gonna call him I don't know what to call him, because he ain't really, we're just gonna call him boy. So she had liked this boy, and basically he had liked me. So boy was just like, oh, you know, she got a big butt, she that. And Iguana got jealous and mad because she had liked boy still. So she told me basically that her and boy used to date in third grade, kindergarten or whatever. So I'm like, okay, we're in fifth grade. Like, you know, I don't like him, but he keeps hitting on me or whatever. So she was like in my ear, like, yeah, don't date him because he was my boyfriend in kindergarten, in third grade. Y'all know those type of people, like, yeah, he was my boyfriend in pre-K, so don't date him or whatever. And it was just like, okay, cool. So, you know, whatever. We left elementary school. We go to middle school. We're in middle school, and Iguana was still the same way. Iguana had, like, so many different friends because Iguana was a part of dance. She did a lot of different things. And she had a lot of family. Mind you, I'm not from this area, so I don't really have family. I just have my friends that I met and I'm cool with in this space at the time. So it's just like, okay, these are my friends. These are the people that I know. This is what's going on for me. So Iguana was, she did become my best friend. It was like I will always spend time with Iguana. I had a huge family, so I had a lot of siblings and stuff like that. So being at home for me was kind of like, okay, I'm always with my siblings. Like I'm used to being around my siblings. Iguana wasn't used to that because her two siblings she had with on her mom's side was older than her, like super older than her. And then it was her, the baby, and then, you know, whatever. So she's just kind of alone. So Iguana didn't know much about like sharing, you know, different little things. Like you could just tell it's, you would think she was an only child. And basically she kind of was in a way. So we chilling, we talking about different things. We in sixth grade and she has a party, a birthday party. Her dad like rents a limousine and she has this limousine party. So my mom decided to let me go. She had to meet, you know, the dad or whatever, because she already had met her mom and stuff, because I used to go to her house with all the time. So at the time, my mom used to work at Burger King, and my stepdad was working like at a boys' home or something, which he is ex-military and all of that. We lived in an apartment, and I had like a bunch of siblings or whatever. Never been ashamed of my story. Blessed. And so Iguana was the type that she felt like her life was so much better than people. She would be like nice to you, get to know you, get to know different things about you, and then she would throw it up in your face later. So she has this birthday party. I go to her birthday party. Her family, meet her family, like her sisters on her dad's side, her nieces and nephews, and all these different people that she has, you know, in her family. All her other friends from dance and all these other places. One thing about Iguana, Iguana kept a gang of friends. You're not gonna see Iguana with less than 20 people. And then like she was so spoiled and stuff. Like her older sister would take her to like all the Beyonce concerts, Destiny's Child's, whatever. They would go to concerts, they would go out of town, they would go on trips, cruises, all these different things. So Iguana would have like her people that she feel is like super duper close to her, and she would invite you to these places, especially like when she know like you're not a person that really has experienced this or whatever. So she would kind of like try to get you in and be like, yeah, you can go with me, or I'm gonna ask my sister, or I'm gonna ask my mom, and I'll get my dad to pay for you, da 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 da, like that. So it would be me, and then Iguana had this other friend too. She was the type of person that I was her friend, but I couldn't be her other friend. We could all talk and be around when we're around each other, but if I'm talking to her friend and not talking to her, she's mad. If her friend's talking to me and not talking to her, she's mad. She must be included in everything. She wants to be the center for everything. So I kind of picked up on that with Iguana, and I was just like, okay, you know, that's just her, whatever, blase, 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 whatever. Okay, y'all got that part? So as time go on, her birthday party, we all have fun, we all have a good time, all this stuff like that. She gets mad at one girl during the birthday party and was just like, yeah, you can't, you not ever come to my house again. I'm not your friend anymore. And this, and that. And then she'll start telling us the girl business. So we kind of like peeping like, okay, this is how she is. Her friends that she had for a long time, like I would notice they will only come like for certain events, but they would never stay to her house. So like me and the other girl who used to stay to her house all the time, she would kind of say we were her best friends, right? So got that. But mind you, Iguana was nobody's friend. The bitch was fake, real fake. It probably still is. So fast forward, all that stuff happened, whatever, this middle school stuff, da 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 da. So we're in class, and we're in all these, you know, different little, you know, like when you get to middle school, or some people call it junior high, that's when you start like switching classes, and you in this class and that class, and they start separating you guys by like, well, this is what they did at the time. They started separating us by grades and, you know, academically and stuff like that. So I was advanced. I was in advanced classes. So my classes and the way I switched in this term in the schedule that I had was different. Iguana had another schedule because she wasn't dumb, but she wasn't smart either. So she was kind of like the intermediate type of schedule she had. And then they had the other schedule with the other kids or whatever that probably struggled a little bit, whatever. So me and boy started talking, and boy was like hitting on me and stuff like that, and we was talking, and he wanted to date me. So I was like, okay. And then he came to me, he was like, Iguana, I almost said that girl name. Iguana don't want me to date you. She said that why would I want to date someone like you when you have all those siblings and your family is poor and this and that. So I was just like, oh really? Like, that's what she said? So I was like, well, what's wrong with dating someone who has a lot of siblings and my family's not poor? Just because they don't have as much money as her dad has doesn't mean my family's poor. So I'm not saying anything or whatever. So at this point, I'm getting mad. The day in, and I guess she finds out that me and him is dating. So as we used to call it, going out. My mom was like, where y'all going out at anyways? Because y'all ain't going nowhere. But so me and him was planning like going to the movies and different stuff like that, and we dating. So we go on MySpace, and we put on MySpace like we're in a relationship, all this stuff. So Iguana and the other friend goes on MySpace, and they start writing me off of Iguana page like, oh, be this and this and that, and that's why you da 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 da, and that's why your mom works at Burger King, and your mom is fat, and da 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 da. So I'm just like, okay, and your mom is ugly, and so what? Your daddy looked like a squirrel, like, you know what I'm saying? Just like crazy stuff. So at the time, I'm just, going back and forth with them or whatever. I'm mad, and I'm just going back and forth with her and the other girl. So I was like, I'm gonna beat y'all up, like. So I said, I'm gonna beat y'all up. And the other girl decides to write me. She was like, that
was not me. I don't know why Iguana trying to put me in that, but I don't have anything to do with that. I told her to keep me out of it and this and that.
And then she was like, but
you are wrong for dating her
ex-boyfriend. I was like, someone she dated in pre-K, and he said he didn't even date her. He said she liked him. So she starts writing me on Facebook, and she's like, oh, you're mad because my hair is longer than yours, and da 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 da. Mind you, Iguana did have long hair, but my hair was just as long as Iguana one. So I don't know if she thought 2 more inches of hair was her hair just being so much longer than mine, and what was the issue. Like, back then, it was just like, if you said something about somebody's hair, oh, it was go time. It was on and popping, because bald head never gave. Itty bitty ponytail never gave. So we was just like going back and forth, and I was telling my mom about it. So I was like, yeah, me and Iguana and our friends, this is what she's saying, and she's saying this and that about you. My mom was like,
I don't care what she said about me. That little ugly girl don't know me. She don't know nothing about me. She just saying stuff to try to make you mad. Don't even fall into that.
Blase, 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 blase. So I was just like, okay, whatever. I get off MySpace and, leave it alone. So the next day we get to school, a boy, rest his soul, he was like a troublemaker in school. Me at the time, not even caring about that, because I want to have a reason to fight Iguana. I want to have a reason to put my hands on Iguana. So me and him is in like, I think it was in like art class or something. And he was like, yeah, I heard that you and Iguana not friends no more. And she's telling everybody that your mama fat and your mama work at Burger King. And I knew she said it because she did say that to me on MySpace. So I was like, she said what? Huh? Okay, I got her. I'm gonna do something real good to her. So he was like, you gonna fight her for real? You gonna fight her? I was like, yeah, I am. And he was like, I think you playing. You ain't gonna fight her. I was like, I am. Watch. And then I said, she got one more time to say something about somebody in my family, and I promise you, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So he was like, yeah, she said that's why your brother's daddy is dead and your mom have all those children. When he said that, I don't know, like, it did something to my soul, because my brother, dad being deceased had nothing to do with you or for you to bring it up. And regardless if she said it or not, it triggered something in me so bad that I was itching. Like, I was just shaking, like, I can't wait to get out of this class. I'm gonna beat that bitch ass. I'm gonna beat that bitch up, like, real bad. I'm gonna beat her up. Like, I was just waiting to get out of that class. I was itching. So everybody's like, oh, yeah, Jonalisha gonna, I just said my real name, fuck it. Jonalisha gonna beat her up. Jonalisha gonna fight her, da 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 da. So he was like, how you gonna do it? How you gonna do it? I said, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but just y'all gonna see. So we in the class, and the class getting ready to end, so everybody like getting anxious. So he go, I'm gonna walk you, champ. I'm gonna walk you, champ. I'm walking. He was like, I gotta see this. I gotta see this fight. So I said, you don't gotta walk me. I'm fine. So as we walking out the class, he was like, look, there she go. So I walk up to her, and we had like lockers. So I walk up to her and I said, you said my mama fat? You said my mama work at Burger King? So she just looking, and she's like, and I just took her head and I was like, boom, 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 boom. Stop beating it into the locker. And I just start punching her and punching her and punching her. Then I start stumping her. And then the police officer, everybody like come crowding. Everybody like, oh, she getting beat up. She getting beat up. And somebody was like, yeah, that's what she gets. She getting what she deserved. Her fake ass. And we just, I'm just beating and beating. I'm like swinging. So the nurse came, and the nurse tried to jump in. When the nurse tried to jump in, I was swinging. So when I went to swing, I punched the nurse in the eye. And the nurse like was like, oh, my eye. And like she backed up. So the police officer, you know, we had like resource officers at the school, so somebody must be called for her to come. So when she comes, she trying to grab me, and like she got a hold of me, and I'm just swinging and I'm swinging and I'm swinging. And she's like, you need to calm down. You need to calm. You're going to be charged with assaulting an officer. I don't give a fuck. That bitch shouldn't talk about my da, 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 da. And I'm just going, and she crying, and her friend is like, her friend was walking with her when I walked up to them. The friend kind of moved over to the side and was like kind of biting her fingers, like, and it's like, okay, bitch, you next. And I said, when I come back, bitch, you next, bitch, you next. And oh boy, like, rest his soul, he was like,
damn, boy, Jonalisha beat that bitch bad. Dog, did y'all see that? Boy, that girl crazy.
So they take me to the resource police officer thing or whatever, call my mama. So when they call my mama, it's like, oh yeah, she got into a fight. We're suspending her and this and that, and she's gonna have to go to family. Cause my mom was like, okay, I'm coming to get her, whatever. So my mom hung up the phone, and she left work, and she came and got me, and she was just like, the lady was like, yeah, you know, we giving her 10 days home from school and this and that. And my mom was like, okay, whatever, get your stuff, come on, let's go. So she was talking to the office people like, can you know, find out about my work and me getting my work and stuff like that, and she need to come back and pick it up. So when she picked me up and we left, she was just like fussing at me like,
I told you not to follow up with that girl. She don't know me. That bitch don't know nothing about me. Her mama, her daddy, no people don't motherfucking know me. Ain't nothing she said gonna change my motherfucking life. Fuck her. And she was like, I am so disappointed that you even put your hands on that girl. Her ugly, you see how she look? She mad because your hair just as long as hers. She mad because you look better than her. That's why she mad. So
she doing all of that, and I'm just like crying because I'm mad. Like, I'm crying because I'm angry, and I'm just like, ooh, I want to just like put my hands on her again. Like, I just want to do something to her again, because it's like, bitch, why is you playing with me like that? Like, quit playing with me. So my mom was like, yeah, I'm taking your phone, I'm taking your computer, I'm this, I'm that. And mind you, I skipped a part. She was also texting my phone when we was going back and forth on MySpace. When they started on MySpace and I had got off MySpace, she started texting my phone and was saying like, with your fat mama and all this other kind of stuff like that. So I was just like, okay. And I was saying, you know, stuff back, and I was cursing her out or whatever. So when she got beat up, and they must be called her mom was like, she wanted to press charges, and I was texting her phone and bothering her and this and that or whatever. So the resource officer called my mom and was like, oh, she's gonna have to go to family court because the family wants to press charges, and she was harassing her and texting her phone. My mom said, that's a lie. The same way they got proof of text messages, I have proof of text messages too, right here. She started texting her first. And the lady was like, well, I'm going to need a copy. My mom was like, okay, I'll bring a copy. So she goes to, I was like, no, I lied, it was Sprint, because I had the pink Razor phone. So she had went to Sprint and she had got a copy. Like, I don't know if y'all know, you used to could go and get a copy of like a printout of your texts and stuff like that. So my mom had got a printout and she had took it to the lady, and the lady was like, after my mom told her off, my mom was like, bitch, stop calling my phone about pressing charge. Do what y'all gotta do. We'll be at family court. Just send the papers or whatever. We'll be there because I got proof of text messages and I got all of this too. She started texting her first, and I'm gonna go get the printouts right now. And if she want to press charges, then tell them we'll see them in family court. And then when she went and got the printout and took it to the lady, I don't know, nothing else came about it. But she was very like, Iguana was very vindictive. She was the type that she would start stuff and she would expect her other friends and other people to like take up for her, and if you didn't take up for her, she don't want to be your friend anymore. And then she would just like do things and get you to like boost you up to try to like be the person behind it so she can play innocent. And I had done caught on. I was just tired at that point. I think I really just wanted a reason to fight her, to be honest with y'all, because the stuff she was saying really didn't even matter. But it was just like, I wanted a reason to show her like, bitch, you not tough, like you really not like that. So after I got beat up, like that girl did a whole, I'm not gonna say she did a whole 360, but she was very particular about the people she decided to befriend, and she tried to keep a, you know, hold around as her friends and stuff like that, because yeah. And I used to see her around school and stuff like that, and she used to avoid me at all costs. And I think they did have press charges on me or whatever, but I never went to family court or nothing. And it was just like, when I saw her in high school and stuff, I was just like, you still ugly, you still doing the same stuff. Some people just don't change, like. And still to this day, like, I think the girl is like in the military or whatever and has kids, and the stuff she posts and do on social media is just like insane. Then she had the nerve to write me on Snapchat. I don't know, like Snapchat was doing some kind of weird thing one day where it was making it seem like people were screenshotting people's snaps, and she posted some friend of hers from the military or something, and she had a nerve to write me and was like, why you screenshotted my homeboy? And I said, girl, I don't know that man and I didn't screenshot nothing. And she never wrote me back, because I know that bitch know I would have slapped the fuck out of her if I see her in real life, pussy. But anyways, yeah, y'all, that's about the time when I beat up my best friend with her fake ass. Yeah, I don't play them games with people. I really, like, once I get there with you, if I basically separate myself and I tell you, like, let me be, leave me alone, I'm good on you, I don't want to be your friend, leave me alone. Don't keep bothering me, because if you keep pushing the issue, we're going to have a real issue. And my anger is a different type of anger. Some people, they get mad, they start shaking, they start crying, they start doing all this and that. They want to be the big bad wolf, like they're going to blow somebody's motherfucking house down. But see, me, silent. You ain't even going to know what's coming your way. So if I just back away from you and I tell you, like, I'm good on you, just leave me alone. So, yeah. But, and the other girl she's hanging out with, she's like a thug child. She just be doing all kind of whatnots and things. Prayers to them. Hope they get their mind together, get their life together or something. But yeah, I wonder, see how the tables have turned. And then when we got to high school, we was in a class together and we were talking or whatever, and the teacher was like, at the end of the class, it's nice to see that you and Iguana could be cordial. And I was just like, I just looked at her, and she was like, see how things follow you in life? I don't give a fuck. I bet y'all probably say, damn, she beat that bitch senseless. That way you know. Yeah, you know that. So, yeah. Y'all don't know why I'm just playing my hair. But anyways, y'all, that's just a little quick story talking about when I fought my best friend. And, yeah, all of that. Like, don't play with me. Don't play with me. I ain't got time to play them games. And don't talk about my people. Don't talk about my, like, now, if you say something about, you gonna really have to say something out of this world about my daughter, my mom, my sisters, whoever, for me to really put my hands on you, because I have too much to lose. But if you put your hands on them, I'm gonna rip you a new asshole. You gonna be unrecognizable. Yeah, and I'm gonna lose everything I got if you put your hands on them. But besides that, ain't nothing gonna get me out of character. You really gonna have to touch something for me to really crank up. But other than that, you gotta let bums be bums. You gotta let the slum be the slum and just let it be what it is. And when you realize, like, in life that some people just don't have nothing to live for and they just do things because they miserable, you just be on a whole new level and a whole new wave. So anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in today, and I hope that you be back for the next story time and for whatever other videos that I drop. Go watch those reviews. Go leave me a comment. Don't forget about the P.O. box if you want free promo for the beginning of the beginning of these stories times, for me to help push your brain out there, and y'all gonna also be helping me push my content out there. So don't hesitate to get the P.O. box information. Also, I have stopped the giveaways because I had too many people subscribing to me to get me to a certain number so that I could pick someone to win the giveaway. And then when I go back and look, like a couple of hours later, I'm down 20 subscribers. How did I just have 403 subscribers and I'm back to 380? Like, so I want to grow organically, and I know that with time and with patience, yeah, I don't mind. I broke a nail last night, but with time and with patience, everything will work out for me. And what's for me is going to be for me, and I'm not going to have to worry about, rushing anything. So I'm not going to rush anything. I did have a deadline set by my daughter's birthday, which is August 16th. Y'all can send my baby a birthday shout out, and y'all can like these videos too to help push her mommy out, and that'll be a nice gift to her, because she liked to say, "Mommy, I saw you on YouTube," and I said, "Don't watch those videos." But other than that, guys, thank you so much for rocking with me. I hope that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and don't to be back and tune in, and don't forget to come back and tune in with your girl.